William Petty with Centrifuge Training, currently a cop, law enforcement background, spent a couple years overseas. Going to be talking about injured shooter, handgun, carbine. All right, so injured shooter with carbine. It's not a topic that we cover a lot, and it's one of those things that's not important until it is. If you are working on the carbine, there's three things that we're going to need. We're going to need time, distance, and cover. Obviously, if the threat is close and was within handgun range, I'm going to go ahead and transition to a handgun and deal with that threat accordingly. If the threat is beyond handgun range, this would be a great time to start overviewing how we work the carbine, both on barricades and off barricades, reloads and malfunctions. With carbine, same thing with handgun. If I have an ambulatory arm, but the hand is not functioning, we're gonna use that arm to start supporting the carbine, right? Because doing this, trying to support the carbine in the pocket becomes very cumbersome, especially as we start putting lights, sights, lasers, cans, all that stuff on the front end. All right, reloads and malfunctions with the carbine. A couple of different ways we can do it. If we're working off of a barricade or cover, we can use the body weight to drive the gun into the cover or the concealment that's in front of us, stabilizing that gun. What that's doing is that's taking the role of this arm that would otherwise be holding onto the gun. From there, that body weight's gonna continue to apply pressure. We're gonna strip those magazines, run the charging handles, clear the malfunctions, or what have you. If we need to lock the bolt to the rear, there's a couple of different ways we can do that. We can deck the gun, meaning put it on the floor. We can use our toe on the bolt catch, pull back on the charging handle with the arm or the hand that is working. Another way is to use a magazine to push or drive the charging handle to the rear and thumb the bolt catch. And another way is to drive the gun into that barricade. Hand comes underneath the magwell, hits the bolt catch, and then just simply run the charging handle off of your gear, off of your holster, or off the barricade that you're on. The reason we're giving you different options is because dependent on what you're working off of, or dependent on how low you are to the ground, is going to largely dictate what you have immediately available. All right, injured shooter with carbine. It's one of those things that no one wants to do, or they just don't get the reps on. Make sure that if you've got a gun, that you know how to work it right or left hand, no matter the circumstance, right? Handgun or carbine. Get on the range and train.